Hey everybody, welcome back to Solargene. I am Nikolai, and in this episode, episode 2, we're going to cover our colonization of the moon. Jumping back into version 0.15, the comfort update. Last we left off, we had just gotten to the moon and fulfilled our first colony contract to put, I believe, Europe on the moon. We still have 2 outstanding loans, one with Europe and Japan, but we have about 150 million in the bank, and we are set up to get our hub going on the moon so that we can supply any and further any future contracts that we may need. We'll also probably be, once we get the hub going, get our moon orbiter going for some research, and these 2 orbiters will end up taking over all of our research needs. So let's jump into the moon, establish a colony. And what I'm looking for is a decent spot with both ice and H3. H3 isn't too important, but that water definitely is. Some nice ice levels. With our moon colony right there. This is the moon hub. So in the previous episode, I very briefly went over kind of how to set up the purchase cart early on, but I'm going to show you kind of in detail now. As I buy the resources that we need in order to set up the moon colony. So for one, you have to build your cart from a few different sources, mainly just the 2. But you have to keep track of your cargo volume all the same. 2,000. But if you set up your cart entirely beforehand, all right, that's not bad. You could do this, and it'll keep your cart built so that all you have to do is switch over to another and just hit buy again. Flat spot. That looks like a big crater that you can't go into. Alright, we'll just do it right out here. There's a spot. 1, 2, 3. So for your first setup, well, for any setup, your first bit is always to get your power generation going, because you don't want to be waiting on charge. You don't want to be waiting on the charge of the bots to keep building. It is quite time consuming. All right, got our resources. We're gonna go with our battery first. Now we're waiting for the build bots to charge. Waiting for them to charge again, and then we'll lay down about 5 solar panels. There we go. Next thing I always do, start building your storage. You're going to want to do a much bigger purchase of goods. There you go. Than what we just did. Let's not forget our temperatures. Now, if we have... Let's go back to the Earth to buy. Because we buy 5,000 carbon. Go ahead and order our oxygen. And let's buy that first. Go out here. Speed up our time a wee bit. And let's go make our big purchase. 5,000, 5,000, 10,000, 10,000, 5, 5, 1, 5. 20. 5,000. 1,000. He doesn't have it. Just the hub. Alright, cool. That's fine. Electronics. 3,000. Okay. Moon orbiter is going to be okay. Let's go down into here. We have our carbon, and the reason why I ordered the carbon is so that we could do these instead of those little 1x5s. Or 1.5 storages. These give about 6. Much better, much more efficient. Alright. Let's check our mining levels. 0.17. I mean, that's not great, but not terrible. 0.71. Also not great, but not terrible. The ice, however, 5.5 on the large one. Medium's 1.3. That's really good. Our first goal is going to be getting our high-tech production going, because we're definitely going to want these better machines. So 4, 5, 4, 5 makes 10. And even though there's not a lot, do 5 of those. That's 15 miners, and this is really just going to be a big mining colony, so don't be afraid to go big or go home. That's 15 miners, 20, and 25. So we need to at least build this station to be 25 strong. And trying to decide. Alright, so here's the way I build my hubs now. Every single place is kind of built like a hall of its own. So what we're building here is going to be our medical hall. Six long on the hallway. You could drop 1, 2, 3 small heaters, And I do believe that that will cover it, even during the night. And then let's go straight for our toilet. 1, 2, 3, because remember, this is only going to house our doctors, but it's going to treat all patients. So this, you really gotta split them up, and this is how you control your comforts. Let's make sure we're going slow speed. Dining, recreation, poop and shower, and here's the hospital. 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Put a little ground support underneath just to make it look realistic. Okay, and doors. Doop, ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. Okay. Go ahead and set us up with 4 doctors, and this is what I do for all my doctors. Go with the temperature control, 7%. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Probably get away with less, but I just doing it to be sure. Same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. For these rooms, I'm just going to do a 10. And we'll call that a day. Now, this is not sufficient, so let's actually clear this and just drop a big one in there. Heat is definitely going to be your worst power drain on the start, no matter what you do. So kind of try to cover it as you go when you're building. 6, and build another lot of 5, and our power is covered. Let's go back in here and start building our amenities. 4 is good because this is just, again, our doctor's hall. You got extra space in there, that's all right. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is probably going to be overkill for this small of a room, but that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give them all a single space, you'll never go wrong with comfort inside those rooms. Okay, so kind of the way that I used to build these to be actual like rooms that you'd actually want to go in and they look good, but not anymore. This is how I do it. 2, 30, 60, that's 90. 120. And 120. So there's our doctor's hall. All set up and ready to go. how I do all my starter hospitals to space. Do the surgery bench down here. I don't know if I've ever had people use the oxygen step deprivation thing, but I put it in there. And then one of each bed on top. There's your hospital. Now, these rooms need to definitely start going up. There's no way that this is not supplied. Let's check the hospital. Okay, the hospital's going up also. Okay, now for the miners' hall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the necessities go on the bottom. So now what we do is we start building up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, so that's 10, 20, 30. Nope, not what we want. Get out of here. There we go. Okay, and there's your ups and down. I put it here, here. Probably do that and that. Again, cover your power as you go, because remember, you're fighting sunlight. Only a specific amount of time you got, so another row of 5, and I can see we're maxed out. Okay, so let me come back. All right, just get the spacious or the apartments out of the way. Go ahead and do. I wouldn't do the 4% because I don't think that they'll hold temperature throughout the night until you get better better equipment for inside. So we're gonna do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. For this side, we can't build where the stairwells are. So 1, 2, 3, and we stop. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's only 4 on each, and now we have 5 on each, so it's 15, 30 rooms. Start to stock them up. Come on, there we go. Okay, that's all of our rooms, and they've got doors. Let's do toilets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relaxation. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And our canteen. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. for these, since they're gonna grow, and they are pretty darn big right now. We use 10s. Let's make our hallway's staying good. All right, good. Now remember, we're building this for 30 people, so great start. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 20. 30. Right. Now, I'm only doing these right now just because I know we'll need way more. But at least it's capped out right now. And maybe, just maybe, our miners will not be uncomfortable. Okay, now that's 8 showers and 8 toilets, and that gives us 8, 16, 12, 32. So we have extra. And then this will cover us for the comfort in the toilets. And then for this, I really just go clothes lockers, opposite side of wherever you put your showers, and line them up. Keep going all the way until you basically get to your door. And stop. And our door is going to go there. Door for this is going to go there. You're here. 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 And maybe, just maybe, we could set up 30 tables in this room. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 on each side. 8. 12, 18, nope. 5 right there. That's fine. So we're at 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. They may not have full comfort in here, but we can at least staff everybody in here that's going to be in the miners' hall. So let's get our power situated. Gonna run another 5 of these. See if that covers us all the way to battery capacity, and then we're going to add another 3 batteries. See if we're covered. Nope. And we're going to run another 5 solar panels. 4, 5. We're at 1 million, and just because I want to always leave off with a little excess battery capacity, we'll do another row of batteries. And we're good to go on that. Now at this point, this is where I pretty much go and start hiring doctors, your mining staff, and as they're on their way here, we will go ahead and build our what I usually deem to be the production hall. Yeah, production hall. It'll include your maintenance, your production, and then bioengineering, or at least recycling. So we can hire straight from the moon, stay away from these guys that do the Suberites, whatever this is, I don't know how you pronounce it, but stay away from the comfort requirement extras, because he has almost no skill, and he already requires 100, and I'm not making a whole long, giant thing for heaps like that. So lucky and smart, that's a unicorn basically. Go for it. 2, 3, 4. Again, I don't mind the arrogant salaries. The workaholic's pretty nice because they do work a lot. But I don't like his comfort requirements because of that asteroid. So we're gonna leave him out here. So cheerful, cloning. You don't have to worry about cloning because you won't get it till the very end. So take him because he's cheerful. Sleepy, nope. I would have taken you even with glutton, but no. And I'm not going to take a frail miner because you're going out into the elements. You're going to go ahead and be pretty much kind of like sick all the time, in my opinion. So there's 6 of our miners. Let's get our doctors. And again, you're not worried about comfort requirements. 1, 2, 3. The only thing you're worried about here is good traits, because your doctors need to be able to work. They're always working into a room together, so you need to make sure that they're not something like this where it says the mood of other colonists in the room -5 because they're a slob. You don't want that. And there's our 4 doctors. Let's go to do more candidates because we need more miners. 6, 7. You definitely don't want toxic. Negative mood for their mood to go. You don't want toxic, so leave those guys alone. I don't like the comfort requirements. 6, 7, 8, 9. Don't want the loser. Uncertain's not bad. It just means that they'll become negative morale much faster than others because they start lower. But I'll take them because they're smart. We don't want lazy. Lazy and smart doesn't really work together, so we're not going to take them. I don't mind the cleanie because they're also a workaholic, so let's go with them. 6, that's 11. More candidates. Take you. Yeah, we're at 13. I will take you. 14. 15. 16. 17. Try it. 18. 19. 20. 21. 2. Cheerful and life of the party. 3. 24. And there's our 25 miners. As they arrive, now we're gonna have to go through and select our 5 gas miners from their collective lists. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and build our maintenance hall. Now, everything kind of wants to get built. You want to build everything kind of around your hospital, essentially, is what it is. So, but give it enough room because you're going to need to expand it later. So let's build this as our maintenance hall right here. Three, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4. 4 is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's start assigning people. So this is our medical hall. Not allowed for guests. This is storage. This is the mining hall. This is maintenance. Oh, sorry. No, this is our production and maintenance facilities. Let's call it production. Assign staff. So Let's go to our medical hall first, and you don't want to do assign free because it'll just assign everybody, so do this first. Okie dokie. Uncheck canteen, uncheck the relax room, uncheck everything in here except for obviously the doctors now. And then we can also check our outdoor and our mining hall facility, and now we can do assign free. And then we just want to make sure the right people are assigned here. That is going to be a gas miner. You're going to be a gas miner. We're not gas mining. You're a gas miner. And we'll take that as a gas miner. There. Okay. Really just double checking to make sure that these guys are assigned to the right machines, because I don't want... We did hire some people with some high gas mining skill. Like that one, but you're gonna go to Hard Rock. And there's our last gas miner. Marta Davis. Boom. Now, check. Mining hall. Outdoor. Assign. Okay. Ooh. It's because, yeah, this is not good. Showers are good. Toilets. Wow. Okay. I don't remember having to do so much before, but whatever. Those are cheap. Boom, we're good there. Canteen can do better, but that's fine. And we'll get the relax done. Now let's see how many points that gave us. 8.4. I don't think that was a whole lot. So, back to Earth. Make sure we got our... I'm actually going to go ahead and order another 22,000, and I want another 13,000 of that. We do need medicine, have rations. That should be about all we need. I think this is only going up 0.8. It's just god awful. Alright, well, last but not least, you always get a whole lot of that refractory materials. You can always do this. Yep. Okay. So all we're gonna have to do is just make Alina a better apartment. That's really the problem. So clear it. Your door. And you'll have to do this probably a few times for almost I won't say the entire colony, but you will have to do this quite a few times in order to come back. You just have to come back in here. Actually, just put him at the front door, and I can use the whole back end. Oh, I didn't do this before. To do that. And there's 120. 2, 4, 6, 8. Perfect. Takes care of that. Let's go check what's going on. Oh, it's all of our heating. Alright. We have temperature problems, so one thing before we get too crazy, restrict that. That's so you don't fill up your entire storage on soil. Need 5 more of our solar panels. Oops. Do another 3. Okay. Lighting's good to go, hospital's good to go, and we need to get this good to go. So, here we go again. With our showers and toilets. Whoops. Okay. We'll build this for about 20 people. First, we want to do okay, we're gonna want to go up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. On right here. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then bioengineering. And maintenance. Come on, maintenance room. Thank you. Don't forget to heat these places for the maintenance room. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. There for bioengineering. So put for right now. Make sure our haul is still good. And now we place the this one. Oh, of course. Earth. Wait. Why isn't the orbiter sent? Huh. That's odd. What is the orbiter not sending? Okay, it's still waiting for stuff to arrive. That's good. It's a lot better than what I thought it was going to be. Okay, Earth. Yeah, not 30,000. 3,000. I think we can afford 30. I'm not opposed to taking another loan just because now that we're here, we have the moon, we're on it, we have our hub. It'll be so much easier to supply and build another one once this is set up, without purchasing more resources. So let's go ahead and let's see, China maybe. Put it up to 6 months and we'll call 100 mil. But we have to take into account we owe 21. That would be 46. Okay, so we're gonna have to take a little bit more than 100 mil because we're paying up 70 in just a few weeks. So let's do 10 months. At 200. Take it. Then what we will start to do is get more colonies on here after we make the next payment. Go back to our buy. Earth. It's only 21 mil. Speed it up till we get our resources. Wow. Haven't got them yet. But want to make sure our rooms. Okay, it's just the industrial room. It's fine. We're gonna do our doors. If you're really worried about this, pathing wise, just do this. Everybody hard at work? Yeah. And we're back. Okay. Had to do a brief little pause there. But we are back, so let's get out of that. It's fine. Get our power. Go ahead. Run another set of batteries. Get you back in line. Our power situated here. We got a little bit of excess battery capacity. Let's finish out these resources. You can put these really close together because if you look, pedestrian path is actually really, really nice. Don't this will fit here. No. So think, yeah, that cuts off that. So I actually need to rearrange this. Put these out of here. I'm gonna pause it so our temperature doesn't go down. Let's do a room a little bit more like this. Still have room to go there. Got room. Still got room. Back in. Okay there. Just pedestrian pathway. Now and again, I do not do the oxygen regenerate or the carbon dioxide regeneration. Sorry, CO2 recycling. I don't use that. These things that provide oxygen, because you want that CO2 generation that you get from colonists. So this is how we're going to set this up. Under carbon burning. There's the water. There it is. Last but not least, carbon production from CO2. All those built, we can unpause, check our batteries. Five solar panels. We're good. All right. We're just kind of waiting on. This should definitely start going up. It is already going up. So good there. We didn't hire our maintenance and biotech people. Oh, nope. That's the most important thing. Housing. So we need 2, 4 in here. At least 4 in there, so that's 8. 16 for in here for right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 on each. For 8, 12, that's 24 slots. That's perfect. What we could do to make this very easy. Actually, probably could be doing better on that, but that's fine. We did have some extra. We definitely have some extra rooms, but that's okay because we'll end up filling them up with when we get our first high tech. If we don't put our high tech people in their own building, so to speak, because this will probably end up hitting capacity once we fill these rooms. All those and doors. Now, some people report, you know, the pathing issues those are a thing. I know colonists tend to stop at every single door that they encounter, regardless of it being their destination point or not. But that's no big deal. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm not watching my colony. I'm out in the solar system view and I'm letting time fly. Let's go back over to energy generation. Capacity. Not at capacity yet. Now we are. And now we're clear. Okay. And now that we're good over here, like I said, let's start hiring our maintenance and biotech people. And we're going for recyclers. Recyclers only. You don't have to worry about people who want augment adaptations just yet. You haven't gotten to that research. Smart and sleepy, I'll take you. No. No. Yes. No. Take the uncertain guy. In this. And if you've noticed, I have not been looking at ideologies for these people really. Ideologies play almost no part until colony has excuse me, until the colony has 80 people in it. Once it has 80 people in it, it will go ahead and average out the ideologies between all of the colonists and select one to have just these basic laws put into place. We'll cover that more when we get in there, but you don't really have to worry about laws because there's some beneficial ones that also have negative effects as well. Again, get into it. But they're not really bad. They're for the most part, it helps out. It gives a nice little bonus to most of your production. Select it right, stuff. We'll take this guy, even though he's frail. He'll be staying inside unless he has to go. Unless he has to go to the hospital. That's the only time he'll really be going outside right now. So. Extrovert and certain with no skills. Perfect. There's 4 people. We can split them up between maintenance and technology, but actually I think we'll put all of these to our maintenance. I'm gonna go in a solar system view, even though they'll be there in just a second, because I want to get that production hallway under control for temperature. Speed it up, pause it, and we have a new building. And again, we do not want these guys going into our production facilities just yet, so sign all. We need to upgrade our hospital here soon. Alright, there we go. Let's see if these guys, perfect, and our temperature went away, so let's hire our production people and then we'll get into our warehouse. Techno guy, I like you, that's perfect. Aesthetic, basically they're gonna require less comfort. Cheerful, they won't sleep as long, that's even better. And then again, cleanies aren't bad. take longer showers, boohoo. And that'll do it. Go ahead and pause. Assign our staff. Production, uncheck the maintenance room. All. Sign. Alright. Let's see if we got comforts. Nope. Perfect. Alright, let's get into our warehouse production facilities. So, you do not want to use all of your water on hydrogen and everything. So your electrolysis machine is your most important to watch for. I like to put this at a very low number because your hydrocarbon will make a lot of hydrogen. So drop it down to 30 because you don't need a whole lot in order to do any processing at all. You can leave the limit down over here to 0. Oxygen, again, this is not something you want to burn. You do not want to be burning water for other resources unless it's pretty much in like an emergency situation. So I like to drop these to about where my level is right now. 30,000 is a good number. And basically that will hold me for emergency or like just general usage. And you won't burn your water. In fact, you'll end up probably making a lot of water off your ice if your ice is in good production. And then you want to go ahead and always set these for your oxygen consumption to an emergency level, because that'll at least leave you with 5,000 oxygen inside there just for breathing in your colonists. And then for your carbon dioxide production machines, leave them high. In fact, send them to a mill. You do not want these to not produce oxygen for you, is essentially what I'm getting at. Because this is all extra stuff. This is oxygen becomes a byproduct in this. So do that. And then I'm going to jump ahead a little bit to go to our carbon production. I'm going to put this at, let's say 6,000, just higher than what we have right now because we want it to keep working. And then we're going to use carbon for water recycling. So this will maintain carbon for that specifically. And then because you always want to be able to consume carbon for water recycling so you don't run out of water, put your limit for the water purification system, leave it at 0. Put everything else above it, again, at an emergency level. I don't want to consume any more carbon than, let's say, 4,000 for iron production. Sorry, steel production. You don't have to worry about the mining because mining doesn't get anything over here. So we're going to go back to carbon dioxide production. For your ice melter, again, set this to production sky high because you don't want it to ever stop. Hydrocarbon burning, and I would leave this kind of high because you have the hydrocarbons burn it, so you have CO2 to make carbon. That's essentially what I'm getting at. So, I mean, you can leave this at 100,000. 100,000 is a good level to have. I prefer having electronics constantly working since they're kind of low production, so I leave that at 0. It doesn't consume a lot, but leave some CO2 in your warehouse for that machine to keep running. So set everything else above it. 3,000. Helium, H3, put it up. Hydrocarbon burning, always allow this to produce, so always sky high. And I kind of like to leave some in there because there are some machines that require the hydrocarbons to produce, so set this hydrocarbon machine down to 50, and we'll set the polymer production to use actually at 50, and then hydrocarbons at 100. Assuming actually leave them the same and let them compete. And that is another thing that you can do. If you leave these numbers at the same, they will compete with each other for resources, so they constantly keep producing when they're at that level. Since they're not bringing the threshold below the other machine. The new warehouse is a little complex because every machine kind of intertwines, and you've just kind of got to tweak this as you go, and you will find a perfect warehouse setting that you just import to everywhere. And I usually find that when I have robots, but we'll get there. Ice, kind of just leave it. You should always be consuming as much ice as you possibly can with your ice melter so that you're making water. So leave that. Soil we already did, leave it down to 1,000 right now because you don't have a whole lot of storage level to spare. And then let these go to 0. You should pretty much never have to worry about soil as a resource. We've already done our carbon, so let's move on. I'm gonna set these to, we'll leave them at 100,000. But for consumptions, I want 5,000, 4,000, because again, we want electronics to always be the bottom line. 4,000, 5,000. And what you're doing in here for setting these consumption levels is you're also giving yourself a buffer for your maintenance, because your maintenance doesn't worry about warehouse parameters. Now for water consumption, again, I'm going to put it just lower than what I have right now because I don't want any less than 25,000 of my water going to oxygen or hydrogen. Set that kind of low, it'll end up evening itself out, and this thing almost won't even run some of the times. I like to put this with an extra 0, maybe 2, just so it never stops running. And then I choose a very small number for both of these, and then leave the surgical tables down to half of that. So there you go. In fact, any medical machine should be your bottom line for water. Deuterium, again, give it a couple extra 0s. It's going to be a very needy, I would say, sought out resource. Set this down to 20,000. 20,000, we'll increase those later. Put this down to 5. $25. And these are all part of your maintenance, so you want to put a consumption limit. Leave the dirty water all alone. You should be never, that dirty water should never start increasing. If you're storing dirty water and you're not shipping it out because you don't need it to recycle it somewhere else, you should really think about fixing your water purification. And that's gonna be it for our warehouse settings right now, because we haven't hit high tech yet. So at this point, we have our hub, we have 3 loans that we need to pay, and we have our 2 orders. So we're going to save and let it ride. Let's check our other orders, make sure that they have about a year worth of supplies for maintenance. You need more, what is it? It's gonna be our electronics, and I don't want to purchase those, so I'm just gonna let our moon hub craft, and we'll send some resources out later. But we want to make sure that our bio waste and our dirty water is going down, and always going down, which it is. Perfect. And what we do want to go check is food and water levels on our orbiters. Food and water good. Food and water good. So right now, and this is where we're at, we gotta make sure that our people stay comfortable. So we'll be switching in and out to our moon hub view quite often. Yeah, so this is the one that needs the relax room built more. And now that we're really kind of holding steady on our water or producing some, we can go ahead and throw these in here. We're at 15 already with those 8, so I'm gonna go ahead and get some aquariums. 5. It's no longer needy, so let's put the rest in our little tables here. That should pretty much do it for the relax room. And back out we go. Just take a look at our research, what we're about to finish, uncooled superconductors and carbon electronics. Oh, and also nanobots. Get those recombination engines going as soon as possible, because that's what you're going to travel with after you get to the moon. Speed it on up. Not too worried about the deficit for our research right here. Our research is moving along quite nicely, and then we're also about to get the order up and going for research as well. So we'll get extra research points from that. Again, I'm skipping through a lot of this stuff just because it's part of the storyline. I'm going to let you kind of discover that out on your own. It's mostly the research that we're really after anyway, so... Alright, and then, so, after nanobots, all the nations of humanity turn into one. So you see our nation count just went way down. This is fine. This is actually what you really want, because I'm going to tell you a few things. It makes it easier for colonizing. It makes your canteen actually be able to hold more people, because now instead of all of them requiring one food, they all get spread out between all of them. And then also, when you go and buy from Earth, yay, everything's all together again. One simple buy order. So, no big deal. And look at that. Our payments all got locked into one, and we have 11 months left on our contract. So, we owe 60 mil on our next payment coming up in about 17 days. No biggie. What we'll do is we'll do probably a science colony, or... yeah, probably a silence. Yeah, actually, we're going to go ahead and do a science colony. Because those are really low numbers, and that is 330 million, which will, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, nearly pay off our entire loan. And just because we grabbed this does not mean we have to have it done right now. And there's no time limit on contracts anymore. So grab it and hold it. That's 330 million we can count on as soon as we are ready to build another colony. The way I look at it is we're at least covered for 2 months, because that'll be about 120 million. That'll give us 70 million to play with. And if we can get more money within another month, that's even more money we have to play with. Just making sure we have all of the required resources for maintenance. I'm not worried about the maintenance count right now, because that's why I put it so high. Those numbers will appear really quick, but they'll also disappear, and we won't have to worry about them. Moving along quite nicely. Earth orbiter is okay, moon orbiter. Still clearing researchers, see what I mean? So, would not worry too much about research early on. And this is while I go ahead and just do every research available. So, see, research goes pretty quick. Do everything and anything you possibly can. And let the RNGs sort it out. Just kind of watching our stock levels here is what we're doing over a long period of time. We want to see what's going up, what's going down. Our water seems to be slightly going up. You can see a very, very, very faint up arrow in there. It's our electronics that I'm really worried about right now, because we're waiting on the optics to get above 5,000 to start creating, so we haven't created any yet, and you see we're consuming quite a bit on our maintenance levels. And we're about to use more optics. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and buy some more. Just another 5,000. Make it nice and sweet. And that'll put us above that threshold to start crafting electronics again. Nope. And when we start building the science colony, I did it very quickly on our first colony on the moon, just to get it done. I'm going to show you kind of a lot slower and in a little bit more detail and explain kind of why I'm doing it. But don't accept that check when you go into the colony until it's 100% ready, and I mean staffed and everything. You will thank yourself, because it is a lot easier to do the staff yourself rather than wait for those random ones to appear, and then they appear at random times. Like, it'll just... And I'll show you. I'll do one of both so that we can kind of see the difference, but... The science colony, I'm going to do it the way that I like to do it, because I get that. It keeps it more controlled. I'll watch, because our temperature's going down. Oh, and that's the check I'm talking about. Do not accept that for the colony, even if it's the colony that you are building for that contract. Don't accept it until you've staffed and you're ready to give it away. Alright, much better. Uh-oh. I believe there was a second building. Yes, our other relax room. Okay, 3, 4. Go up. So it seems at 7% protection, you need at least 1 large and 4 smalls to hold the temperature of the room at the lowest point for the moon. Wow, biotech, seriously? And the dang maintenance room. Well, they're just as big as our relax room, so that makes sense, actually. Canteen's going back up, biotech going up, maintenance room going up. Everything going up. And as soon as we hit sunrise, because we only have 4 days of battery capacity left, we'll go ahead and build the high-tech room. I don't like to do expansions early on until you're in sunlight. I don't like doing expansions during night cycles early on because you don't have the battery capacity to do it. Everything you build early on is going to take a charge from your battery capacity, and you could sometimes put yourself into a really bad energy cycle. No! This is because I didn't set the limits. I did set the limits, it's just we didn't have it. So that's fine. For 5,000, and then we'll probably do this with a moon orbiter. Yep. We will. Are you at least the same level? Yes. Alright, cool. There we go. Front row. Seems it wasn't enough. Oh, these are not enough. Okay, so we'll do this. Get rid of all the heaters. It's trying to go cheap. This is... But seems that we're not. Just those rooms? Yeah, just those rooms. And it looks like our moon orbiter needs some defense. Boom and boom. Good to go. Check the maintenance, 212. Check our maintenance, 110. It's all right. And really just trying to let levels build up. Not doing so hot on our carbon production, but it is, or not our carbon production, I'm sorry, the electronic production, but it is at least going up. Most of our levels are going up where we want them to be. So we are in our sun. Hold on. We don't have enough yet for loss. Oh, it's 85 now. Okay. Cool. 40, 41. About another double the size of the colony, and then we'll be able to do it. Let's check. We would get only 3 mils. So it's about every 100 is a million. We're definitely not producing enough helium-3 yet in order to make a profit. So that's why we really need to get into our high-tech production. So let's jump down into the colony. Nope. Don't want to do that yet. Now, one thing we did note before is we need to at least increase space sickness and frostbite. So we will get another surgical table. Pathing is good. And that should give us at least another 5. So we have 8 slots for a high-tech room. And then let's see how many people we got in here. Only 12. I think that about works perfectly. So we might just attach, just to save energy, so we don't have to build a whole new facility. We're gonna go ahead and fill this out. We've got the space in all of the departments. So let's just do that. Attach our high-tech facility right here. 2, 3. Oh, so you won't have the high-tech facility until you have laboratories. So put the lab in here for now. Pause. Go to high-tech. Build your room. And then delete the facility. The reason why I say delete the facility is because you will still have the high-tech. You should still have the high-tech room available to build. But you don't want to leave that facility and just say like turn it off, because when you go out into the solar system view, you may still end up having that as part of the calculations for, say, you know, the overall temperature of the colony. Get nano sensors up and running. Small composite materials, which is really what we're after. And after that, we'll get to the pilot production of the temperature, the high temp structural materials. Not too worried about carbon electronics at the moment. It's going to burn a ton of carbon. And we're not ready for that. So really only need, excuse me, 2 people. So that's a nice high tech. There's our nice high tech. Ooh, you're lucky. And you're a techno guy. I'll take you to boost our production in techno. And one more repair guy. We'll take you because I like liberal traditionalism for its laws. And then of course they have absolutely nothing in their comforts low, so they'll be a good candidate for anything else. What I am going to do real quick, capture this. Let me go on a pause real quick so I can report this to Alex. Alright, and we're back. I like to, you know, because this is still in beta, this game's still in beta, and he is a single developer, a solo developer. Any kind of tooltips that you see, like where it says law building right there, any kind of little bugs like that, report it to him. He is really good about fixing things, like as soon as he gets back to development. He's usually good about doing an update with bug fixes about every day, so get those in there. And our battery capacity is being capped. We need more batteries. Still need more batteries. Still need more batteries. Now this is where we're going to have the battery capacity to do upgrades, but I don't want to go too crazy because we're consuming a lot of electronics. 3.25 is still really good. Again, we're at a good spot where we expanded. Let's save it and run our warehouse limits again because we did just get some new technology. No new hydrogen, but we do have a new oxygen. So for the high-tech stuff, I try to drop it right above the others, so your low-tech can catch up. Again, prioritize your low tech because that stuff will cap out eventually. I'm actually going to put this up to a 2,000 and we're going to order some electronics. Because if we can pump out the composite nanomaterials quick enough, we can upgrade all of our mining and really start harvesting some helium-3. Got our high-tech people, let's go ahead and get them in. We don't want them in either one of those, so we're also gonna have to set them specifically high-tech. And high-tech, put, you're going in repairs. That's my techno, and you're being saved for, and then make sure you do the medical hall. They have all their needs. One person doesn't have a job, but that's okay. Andre, why? Why can't you just be comfortable? 8 points isn't going to do it. He's going to keep going, so I'm not going to bother doing the relaxation room. I'm going to go straight to his apartment. Clear it out. Move the door. Complete. Spacious living. And we're pretty much going to build it just like our doctor's room. One bed. 4 of these small heaters, put the door back in, and line that for this. That's 120. Put him in there, he's good to go forever. Remember we said we're going to buy electronics. That's definitely in need now, so let's just get 2,000. We're going to spend 8 million. That's okay. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll put everything it needs into here. And 1,000 of those, 600 of those, 700, 1,200, 400, 300, 1,300. It's good everywhere else. Go to the moon orbiter. Okay. Sure, Earth orbiter 196. What is still so that steel? That's fine. Get it. Definitely more steel from the hub. because we are about to hit our cap on there. So let's go ahead and send some of those out. For the Earth orbiter, let's do another 3,000. And since we have so much steel, we are actually going to go ahead and get that science base going. Pause, establish a colony. Moon science. Alright. And this is going to be pretty easy, honestly. And the reason why I say deny that contract until you're 100% ready is you will see. They're not going to give us any of the BS stuff that we need, for one. So we've got our shuttles coming in to give us our first round of supplies. And I'm hoping that this is pretty much all we need. This doesn't need to be a big colony. 6 engineering points can be done by 1 person. Physics, that could be done by 3 at most. 2, hopefully, in the biology. So you're looking at 5, 6 people. 6 science people and a doctor. 2 doctors if you really want to go ahead and be like 100% sure that you're not gonna kill anybody. But you probably almost get away with not putting doctors in here. I'm not even gonna worry about storage. Maybe the only storage that we'll do is liquid because we might need to import some water. But let's get our stairs in here. 3. Show you how small this thing really needs to be. And remember, I'm building while paused. None of this stuff is taking maintenance damage or anything like that at all. It's not losing temperature, I'm not exceeding power, but I do need charge bots. So... make sure that we always have, and plop that down because we obviously need defense. So science 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3. It's empty. I'm gonna do 1 2 3 physicists. Oops. Get out of here. 2 biologists and an engineer. And I have this for our scientific equipment. That should cover us. And we'll do 5 of these. Whoops. 1 2 3 4 5. And server rooms need to be up there. Okay. Now we could do temperature. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 4. 4. You're gonna need a bigger one. The hallway. And the reason why I say you need, this is all you need, is because the way we're about to do this. Remember I said this could get away with like 12 people in it, not even. Ten. Nine. The only thing we don't have is the hospital, so. And normally I would never recommend building. Oh, no, never mind. We didn't build above that, so we're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Was a little bit more than I intended. That's fine. Alright. Hire people. Nope, we don't hire people yet. Leave the station. And I'm pretty sure the Moon Hub can supply all of this except for the fuel. So send Moon Science from cart. Yeah, everything except for the fuel. We're going to send that over to Moon Science from the hub, and then we're going to go here. We're going to clear our cart, go to Earth, and we're going to buy 10 just to be sure, not 120. We're going to buy 3,000. Nope, I lied. 1,000. Lied even more. 500. And 2,000 water. 1,600 oxygen. That should be everything that we need for these people. You probably don't even need medicines, but I'm just going to go ahead and get 500 just to be safe. Speed it up. That's our shipment from the hub. Crap. Temperatures are dropping. You don't want that. Where are they dropping? Okay, the relax room's not bad, so it just needs 1, 2. Canteen can just use 1, 2. Research room 4. Our server room should start heating back up when I drop the 5 of these in here. No, probably not, so I'm just gonna stick that in there and call it a day. Always seems to be getting low. 5 there. Wow, okay. You know what? We'll just do that then. Put another one in there. Another one in there. All that a day. Okay, I need 3 of these guys. 3 physicists. 2 biologists. And a single engineer. And we're just waiting on, I believe this is the shipment, maybe? Got a power problem, but I'm not too worried about it. Temperatures are going back down. Well, back up. be all we need. Maybe. Yes, okay. So, let's go back out, make sure temperatures go up. All the way. Beautiful. Pause. Send nothing back yet. We're gonna hire our staff. One doctor. Two doctor. Physicist. Need 6 people. One of each. 2 physicists. Three physicists. He could be our last biologist. Now I think the last thing we forgot was rooms. Yep. So we're gonna put this here. Delete that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just gonna make this easy. Those rooms good, all those rooms good, all those rooms. Okay. Let it fly. Sign all. But last thing we need to do, restrict our people. It's 1 physicist. There's our engineer. 2 physicists. It's our 3rd. There's our 3rd. You're going to biology. And you're going to be biology. This will control their comfort requirements really quickly. 44 out of 7. Okay. It was that was weird. So let's run. Might take a little bit just because our colonists need to get, yeah, see, they need to get some points going and whatnot. So we just kind of keep this stuff low. And there's our dude. Going with your stiffs. Okay, so anything in the toilet room. This is good though. That means we don't have to worry about building up our relaxation room. Toilets are done now. Showers are done now. Go ahead and do some of this. 11 points for 8. One. 8. 30. That should hold everybody's relaxation for the duration of this colony. I hope. But we have plenty of research points. We're already starting to climb on the physicists. Biology's getting there as well. Let's check 23, 19, and 6. Earth orbiter needs a little bit of defense. spread it out. Go back to moon science. Check our points, 23, 19, and 6. That's what we're looking for. Physics is getting there. 23, 19. Why is our biology so? We got 2 biology. Oh, are we exceeding? And 6. All right, back down. What we will need to do. More of these bad boys. 1, 1, and 1. Five more of those. Getting 3 more people. I'm just going to go ahead and buy this from Earth. 2 million's not much. Need more power. And let's get 1 more of each science guy. I like the workaholics. Send our dirty water and our bio waste over to the moon hub to be processed. I'm just trying to get the resources here a lot quicker. There we go. I'm just gonna go with 3 for now. Plop this baby. Physicist, biologist, and another engineer. Now we need to make sure that they're restricted. And let's leave them. Save it. We're at a good save point. Earth orbiter is exceeding poo. Five, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Definitely overkill, but it'll bring the temperature back down quite nicely. There we go. Moon science. Do your stuffs. Too many physicist points. Okay, we're gonna have to take care of this. 38 and 31. It's a lot easier when you have a lot of high-tech stuff because you don't have to keep doing all these small, tiny upgrades just to keep them going. Nope, that's the server room. Oh boy. And moon hub. And another moon science. And perhaps get rid of that and order an electron. Yeah, I didn't think so. That's fine. I think we finally have enough to hopefully get this contract done. Come on, biology and engineering. I think our engineers might need a little help from one of our physicists. Yeah, come on. Come on, engineering. You can do it. I believe in you. Let's go put another engineering bench down there. Anywhere. Hallway and high tech. That should definitely take care of it. Oh. Okay, perfect. Now that we're all done, drop that maintenance level way down. Pause again. 23, 19, and 6. Go down to the colony. Yes. Go back out. Contract. All good. Completed. 330 million in the bank. That is how I suggest doing every colony contract we'll ever come across, because you control the population that comes in there. You don't need a bunch of biology or biotechnicians. You don't need a ton of doctors, miners, all those kinds of things for a science colony. All right, so now that we are comfortable on money, don't really need to take any of these. Let's go ahead and jump down into our colony and spend those composite nanomaterial. We also have one more technician to get working. And we do that by starting production of high temperature materials so that this can become much more efficient. We got a new machine, put it up to 6. Put it up to 6. now everybody has a job. First thing you want to get upgraded. William 3. Try to bring them in a little bit more so their path to work is not so long. And we need to hire another gas miner. Gas mining, but he's sleepy. No. Not too worried about wayward. You don't get to tell them where to go. That's all this means. So I'm going to take it because they're a workaholic. That's all of our composite nanomaterials for now. But that's okay, because we're steadily making more. This is part of the miner's hall. Okay. But now our H3 production start going way up, and then that is how you will make the rest of your Monday. Why does that keep getting lower? Probably our electronics. We do need a lot of electronics for repairs right now. Doesn't seem like we're making any either because of our polymer production. Uh-oh. This thing... Okay, do another 10. Cool. Cool. That's exactly where we wanted those, isn't it? We're good. Save our game. We're good to go. Some burns, they'll get treated. Got enough meds, got enough meds. Moon Hub will need some more soon, but we're a-okay. Still got a lot of time on our maintenance. At this point, you're really just letting research go. You're just waiting on the recombination engines in order to go anywhere else. And then you're just producing more high-tech materials at this point. That's all your goals are right now. Keep going high-tech. Get more high-tech. Grow the Moon Hub, because that is your base of operations. Good. Still good. And this is how you control your comfort. That's it. That's all you do. Restrict and control their skills. There's one per. Max out your relaxation rooms, your canteens, your toilets, and your showers. And until you start getting into medicine production, farming, and all of that, you pretty much are not worrying too much about any sort of you're not going to be worrying too much about any sort of comfort requirements until then. Got some excess, and look at that, price went up for our H3, so we can make 16 million right here by selling it. And that 16 million is going to go ahead and buy us some hydrocarbons because they're cheaper than polymers. And we're about 10. A whole net of 8 mil, basically. Alright, let's go put some more. Why didn't tell us that when we purchased? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That should definitely. Yep. Coming in. Of course, it ate some of ours, so we need to order another 5,000. The moon orbiter is going to do the same. So we'll order another 5,000 and go down to our orbiter and increase its capacity. But we're not going to do that right there. Do it right here. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All that excess hydrogen, send it to the hub. Your orbiters don't need it. Probably start with the orbiter first. When you start making recombination fuel, you're going to be happy you stored all this hydrogen. Just not going to be happy about storing it while you're waiting. And that put our polymer production. Yep. Now we're producing. We could go down and get 6 more of our better mining materials. We do need more medicine. And at this point, this is what you're doing. You are upgrading your miners, upgrading your base, and then later on you're going to want to upgrade your orbiters so that you no longer have to go back down. You're making sure that they can do all of the capacity that you need them to be doing, etc., etc. You see that when he's running away. No, come back. Come back to work. What are you doing? Go back to work. Right. Excuse me. Thank you. It no longer likes sideways thingies. So where does this go? Right on top of that guy. Yeah, right on top of that guy too. 4. Boop, boop, doop. Boop, boop, boop. Now with these new machines you have to go back in and at least set that. Not to keep generating a ton of soil for no reason. Turn you off, and put you both back to work. Looks like we could do one more. The one spot I didn't want it to be. Going out. And now we're going to be getting a lot more materials. Yeah, those numbers are really jumping now. Our ice and water are going up. Everything's really on the rise, except for iron, but that's expected with those composite nanomaterials. Oh, we forgot our medicines. Put an order of 10,000. I think we can afford 100. Once again, hurrying up and waiting. Need production of these materials to get going. I think we have maybe about another 6 or 7 of the mid-grade miners on hard rock to go. So we'll probably wait till we get about another 600 or 700 deposits and head back down. Yes, recombination engine. So, with those, we're gonna be waiting. Oh no, we need to start building it like meow. I want to head down to the moon orbiter and check. What we're checking for is the engines. What do they need? We do need to start making those composite electronics. Carbon electronics. But while we're down here, one, 3. I have one more to put down. Perfect. Okay. That is all of our mining operations upgraded. Pilot production of carbon electronics. This is going to eat our carbon alive. So you will be importing quite a bit. But I'm not going to hire another one. Just going to go set the new parameters. Let's put you down to 40. Whoops. 40. No, we'll actually put you at 5,000. And I'm making that separation because specifically I want the other ones running longer. this. This is going to go up to 7,500. And then the refractory metals to 7,500. We won't produce those right away, but it'll start moving momentarily. Oh, we didn't even start making the fuel. Whoopsies. And I'm not going to do anything. I'm glad we didn't do anything to the moon orbiter, because what I'm actually going to end up doing is sending the moon orbiter to Mars. Because it's already built, it's already ready to go, it's got power. I'll stock it up with some materials and we'll just do it on the way, and then we can upgrade the moon orbiter from the hub. But, however, all that is going to be done in the next episode. I think we've done a pretty good coverage of your starting hub. This is now a good base of operations to be working out of. You've got plenty of production of all your resources across the mid board and a little bit in the high-tech board. You have your money maker of helium-3. You're at least going to be making about 50 million every month if you keep that going. Maybe put 2 more of these down if you feel like you're in a worse spot than what I got. My mid miners are 0.71 a day, or sorry, per hour. So that's not bad. Each one of these is giving me about 1.4 per hour, roughly 24, 26 a day. In 100 days, that's 2,600. That'll give you about 30 million every 100 days. No, that more than enough covers. Yeah, that will more than enough cover your loan payment. Do a couple more contracts if you feel your money's getting low because you're spending a lot, but again, at this point, you shouldn't really be spending any money. Here and there, but again, your H3 should cover that and then some. So, next episode, we will get into upgrading the base, traveling to Mars, and upgrading our orbiters. Happy colonizing, everyone, and I will see you in the next one.